In 1976, a 23-year-old girl from Germany named Anneliese Michel died after enduring 67 exorcisms. But this isn't just a story about a haunting. It's a story about faith, fear, and the horrifying line between mental illness and possession. Anneliese Michel was born in a small Bavarian town called Liebelfing. From the outside, she seemed like any other Catholic teenager, shy, intelligent, deeply religious. But her quiet life began to unravel when she was just 16. It started with seizures. Doctors diagnosed her with temporal lobe epilepsy, a condition that can cause hallucinations and intense emotional episodes. She was put on medication. It didn't help. In fact, things got worse. Anneliese began seeing terrifying visions, faces of demons, hearing voices in her head that told her she was damned, that she would rot in hell. Her family, devout Catholics themselves, grew more and more alarmed. The voices weren't just whispers anymore. They would scream through her from deep inside, in languages she never learned. She would hiss, growl, and speak in what sounded like ancient tongues. She began rejecting religious objects. Crucifixes would send her into violent fits. Holy water burned her skin. She stopped eating. She crawled under tables and barked like a dog for days. She claimed she was possessed by not one but 6 demons: Hitler, Judas, Nero, Cain, Lucifer, and a disgraced priest named Fleischmann. Her family begged the Catholic Church for help. At first, they were refused. The church was cautious after past exorcism scandals. But after years of decline and seeing no improvement from medical treatments, the church agreed. 2 priests, Father Arnold Renz and Father Ernst Alt, were granted permission to perform the rite of exorcism. What followed is something no horror movie could prepare you for. Between September 1975 and June 1976, 67 exorcism sessions were conducted. Each lasted for hours. The screams recorded on tape are some of the most horrifying sounds ever captured. Guttural, inhuman howls that seem to come from another world. You can hear her voice shift between multiple personalities, angry, mocking, crying, laughing. She would speak of damnation, blaspheme the Virgin Mary, and threaten the priests. Sometimes, it took 3 grown men to hold her down. Sometimes, she would fight with strength no one could explain. Anneliese began wasting away. She was bruised, broken, and starving. She believed that her suffering would save other souls from hell, that she was chosen to be a martyr. And on July 1st, 1976, Anneliese Michel died. Cause of death: malnutrition and dehydration. At the time of her death, she weighed just 68 pounds. Her last words, spoken to her mother, were, "Mother, I'm afraid." The case exploded in the media. The parents and both priests were charged with negligent homicide. During the trial, the recordings were played in court. Some jurors cried. Others said they heard something they would never forget. The defense argued that this wasn't negligence. It was a war between good and evil, and Anneliese was the battlefield. The prosecution said it was a clear case of abuse and medical neglect. In the end, the court found all 4 guilty of manslaughter and sentenced them to 6 months in prison, later suspended, and 3 years probation. But the horror doesn't end there. To this day, people visit Anneliese's grave, some believing she was truly possessed. Some say they feel a presence when they stand near her resting place. Others believe her body never decayed, that she is a holy soul who suffered for mankind. Her grave became a pilgrimage site. And even now, whispers persist. The tapes still exist. And if you dare to listen, you will hear a voice that claims to be not just 1, but 6. This story is more than terrifying. It's tragic. A young woman caught between medicine and belief, between science and the unknown. And the most chilling part? the church never officially ruled on whether she was truly possessed. So we're left with a horrifying question. Was Annalise Michel mentally ill, or was she actually possessed by demons? And if it was real, who else might be next? Because sometimes, evil doesn't come in the form of monsters or ghosts. Sometimes, it hides behind a voice, whispering in the dark. You belong to us now.